That was the fear that I had at this time. Like, what if people like did not accept me? What if people like did not want to like talk to me? What if in social situations, what if I come off as the oddball and like people just like, oh shit, like what a weirdo. Let me start by sharing an experience with you. The schools in India, they do this medical checkup thing where every single year, year after year, they would do this like height, weight, blood pressure, all these vitals. And this is how my report looked like. And it's no surprise that once by the time I was 18, I started looking like this. And by the time like COVID hit, every single time there was like a risk for me to develop a disease just because my weight was so high, not physically active, diet was absolutely dog shit. Like every single time there was a risk. Like even my mom was super scared to like take me to the doctor because every time like something new would come up, something brand new would like bother us, and something new would bother my health. But that's why like I hated fucking doing those medical checkups. Like I like did not want to see an increase in weight. I did not want to like. It's just like the thing is they do it in front of the entire school. Like all your friends are like lined up behind you, waiting for you to go first, and like okay, do your like medical checkup. It's gonna be like so fucking embarrassing in front of them, and like it started off like a small problem, but over time it started like transcending into my personal life. Completely blew the shit out of my self confidence, my self image. Found myself super lost. Like when navigating social situations, even I found myself in a race to be somebody who I was not, but it's somebody who is accepted per se. Like this caused my like mental health to go to like complete shit. My thoughts to become like super dark regards to my own life and the people around me as well as my own future. Like my thoughts became super dark. And like if you want to know exactly what the thoughts were, I don't think I can talk about this on YouTube, but I run a free online men's community called Jack Nerds, and it's pretty much like trying to get people into self improvement. And the link is in the bio. It's the first link in the bio, and it's temporarily free. So I would recommend you to like go check it out. Yeah, like that was me like a few years ago, just like a few years ago. Like by the time COVID hit, and like completely lost, zero drive to do anything, any sort of like work of any sort except like academics. Is like I don't know. You can see this color of my skin. Like my parents like pressured the fuck out of academics, and having like semi-suicidal thoughts, completely crap mental health, and like with like almost very close to zero guidance. The thing is like when you're going through issues like these, you don't feel comfortable talking about it with other people, especially like parents. Like I am an only child, and what's it called? The only like other person in my life who would like borderline understand would be my dad. But even then, like it just felt like so off to even talk about things like this. Like oh shit, like because if you're like mental health shit, like you will like self sabotage your way, digger, like you will dig that hole deeper and deeper, and it would really start like fucking with you and like fucking with your thoughts especially, and like you would not want to talk about it with anybody. And I can say that right now because now like when I face issues I have an outlet, like I can like talk to people about it. Like I don't feel that sort of shame where I kind of like keep everything hidden within me and everything. Like yeah, there are times I would, but for the most part like I don't have like that issue anymore, and I would attribute it to like fitness. But what's it called, I don't want you to go through the same thing, which is why I make videos like this, and like you can like use me as a person to talk to and like hopefully help you like guide through, because like I've single-handedly I've seen this situation from the beginning to the end, and like now it's like I would say substantially better, but still to the point where it's still a thought in my head where like I have to consciously make that decision, like oh I should probably like talk about it with someone else. Or like, what I learned through this entire experience, that in metaphysical terms there are really two entities within ourselves. So there's one that is motivated and responds to fear, and then there's also one that is motivated and responds to faith. I was being governed by the entity that responds to fear most of my life, and fear of not being accepted, fear of being different, fear of becoming the authentic real me. Because I would make an argument that that person back then was not the real me. It was just me trying to like fit in into whatever situation I find myself in, and like become like almost like a people pleaser. And I guess like I was just like that my entire life, but like that was the fear that I had at this time. Like what if people like did not accept me? What if people like did not want to like talk to me? What if in social situations, what if I come off as the oddball and like people just like, oh shit, like what a weirdo. You know what I mean? My life started to get a whole lot better when I sort of came in touch with the entity inside me that responds to faith. And this could be faith in God if you're religious. This could be faith in your own like true authentic self. I let that entity that responds and is motivated by faith take control over me. I feel like super confident, like being myself, I guess, like having those thoughts, and just like people would say it's like the stuff that I'm saying just sounds like a bunch of us nonsense, like wizard type shit, like oh yeah, there's two entities within me or anything. But to be very fucking honest, like I genuinely think that's the case with most people. and they are really never able to like find their like true potential just because like they don't have this idea, and like most people are just lost. I was super fucking lost like when I like a couple years ago, bro. Even like as little as like maybe a year ago, I was just super just lost. Like any sort of tragedy, like I'm so thankful like nothing like major happened during this time, but like if anything were to come across in the last year or like the year before that, I genuinely do not know how I would handle it, you know, just because like I'm still like very new to this whole self-improvement thing, and I'm making these videos kind of like voicing my thoughts like out loud just so that you guys can have like a good understanding of how the journey looks like, you know, because I would make an argument that like I'm someone who's made like considerable like improvement with myself, you know, like from the point where I started to now, in most regards, I would say in most fucking regards. So I genuinely think like definitely I'm one of the best examples to, like go off of, and like I'm like the guinea pig where I'm like doing these experiments on myself. I'm like trying out these ideologies, I'm like trying out these diets, whatever, like for the benefit of everyone else, so that people have like videos like these to go off of in the future. Earlier when I talked about letting the entity that is governed and motivated by faith like take control over you, and then we talked about, oh, faith in what though? This could be faith in God, if religious faith in God. But one more point I made was the faith in your true potential self, the future self of you that's like the best version of you, the one that you can imagine. You know what I mean? Like even me right now, I'm not at nowhere near where I believe my true potential lies. Okay, may not be in regards to like physical fitness, may not be in regards to financially, may not be in regards to as the type of person I want to be. You know, and day by day, like all we can do is just work towards it. But I still have an idea, you know, an idea that I did not have then, and I generally think like most people who were like me, which is I think there's a fucking lot of people, bro. There's a fucking lot of people who were like me, and they're just like closeted about it, you know, like because things like these are so stigmatized in like our like I guess society, even like in Indian society, even the kids I grew up with. I feel like a lot of these issues do bother people, but no one fucking wants to talk about it just because it's such an uncomfortable topic to talk about. Same thing as like porn and fucking masturbation, bro. Like everyone fucking does it, you know, everyone does it. I still say to this day, like, yeah, like I have like those thoughts and I have those like fucking urges, and I used to be a fucking fapper, you know, to this point, like, yeah, like I have like gained like considerable self-control over those types of habits where I don't like I feel like I'm driven by a greater purpose than like wasting my life fucking wanking off. But I feel like a lot of people suffer through these problems and no one wants to fucking talk about it. And the only way we can solve the issue is by fucking talking about it. You know what I mean? Like if no one ever talks about it, everyone's just gonna be a closet fapper. And I don't think that's like the right way our society should fucking go. I was talking about our true potential self, and like for a lot of people, I think they are so fucking lost, just like I was. Just like I was, I'm so fucking lost. And I guess like it was super hard to fucking discover that other self in the first place. And physical fitness, I would argue, was the game changer that helped me find that true potential self. You know, physical fitness was the first step in regards to fucking anything, bro. Which is why I'm like such a big advocate of it. I'm a massive advocate for being physically fit. It would literally change your lives in ways you probably cannot even fucking imagine, bro. Just because I did never ever thought that like I would become this type of person when I started the journey. I just wanted to lose a couple pounds, just like get leaner, bro. Just like not be fat and like be at the risk of fucking dying by some random ass disease. It's just like it's crazy how fucking far it can take you, and in unimaginable ways. I would say like physical fitness was definitely the main game changer. It helped me discover that version of myself where like this other self. I want to call it that. This other self. Let's call it that, which is governed by faith and not fucking fear. And without taking this first leap towards improving yourself, you're never ever gonna come across this other self, you know? Just because like most people have not faced genuine hardship in their lives. And if you haven't, you kind of have to make it up for yourself. You kind of have to like find reasons which can be used as physical hardship. Like no, I do not fucking like only like I don't think anyone in this world with a functioning brain has not experienced genuine fucking hardship when it comes to any single scenario in their life, bro. Any single scenario in their life, there's always fucking hardship. You just need to open your eyes to be able to see it. You just need to be enough self-analytical and like see what your actions and like see your results and see your situation in life and analyze yourself to the point where you can say like this is a genuine fucking hardship. I need to get the fuck out of here. This leap of faith, you need to like take this leap of faith towards like trusting physical fitness and like trusting like yourself to be able to make this sort of transformation for yourself that I was able to make. Like the thing like that sort of hinders most people in my opinion, would be something like lying to themselves about what is physically fit and what's not physically fit. At a level, we all know if you're physically fit or not. You know what I mean? Even like me, I would say that I am nowhere as near as physically fit as I would want to be. I'm sure I am getting fucking close. I sure am. I'm like 100% sure I'm like getting fucking close to where I want to be, but that grind never really ends. Just like, don't fucking cope, you know? Don't fucking use things as a cope. Don't fucking say like, oh, just because like I cannot do this doesn't mean I'm not physically fit. Like, do not fucking cope with excuses. You know what I mean? Do not fucking cope. Coping's the worst fucking thing you can do in a scenario like this. You're not proving me wrong in any way. My life is still gonna go the same way. You're not proving any single comment or any single YouTuber wrong, okay? The only person you're robbing is your future self from the success you could have had. So the more you lie about the reality of the situation you're in, the more you delay reaping the benefits of like physical fitness and being able to live life at the fullest. Most people would even say that like if I'm on a diet, right? Like most people would say, oh bro, just live a little. You know what I mean? Oh, live a little. Oh, do this, live a little, bro. Like, you know, let's have this, let's have that. You know, like some unhealthy shit. In my head, and I would fucking admit to it, bro. I am still to the point where like I would still like give in. A part of me would still give in to that. You know, I'm getting better. But I would, like, a part of me was still like, yeah, maybe I should fucking just have McDonald's, bro. You know? And like, in my mind, in my true self, believe that that is not the case. Living a little is never a fucking thing, because being like this, being physically fit, eating healthy allows me to live life to the fullest, okay? I don't want to live a little. I want to live the best, you know? I want to live the best. I don't want to live just a little. And being physically fit would help you achieve all of that. Because of becoming one with this other self that I'm talking about, I genuinely think it's like ultra important for you to be able to achieve your true potential, which is insanely fucking higher than wherever you are at right now. Physical fitness got me to that realization, in touch with my true potential, in touch with my true self, and I genuinely believe it can do the exact same thing for you. So give it a shot. If you need some more personalized guidance, again, click the first link in the bio, sign up, and you can like be guided in a more professional manner from someone who I would say like did not have as much guidance as there is available nowadays, okay? Make the best use of these types of resources. As always, remember that success always lies at the limit's end. Thank you.